Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to start off 2024 with at least a little bit of good news. So we have an article here from Fandom Pulse talking about Godzilla Minus One. Now, Godzilla Minus One was a movie that kind of surprised a lot of people. You know, it came out and it did astronomically better than what most people even thought it was going to do. And that's mainly because of word of mouth. Word of mouth carried this film well past where it should have been, to the point where they even added it to more theaters, you know, after its first week because of how well it was doing. It even surprised the people who were behind the film. Well, apparently Toho Studios Godzilla Minus One screonks, I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, to the highest grossing Godzilla film ever with $78 million global box office. Now, apparently, again, $78 million, not that huge, right? Not a big number at all. But you guys got to remember the kind of film it is, and you also need to remember the budget. So the budget was $15 million. Even if you wanted to double that budget for your marketing, that is $30 million, ladies and gentlemen. This film that is being praised notoriously by everybody has only cost $15 million to make, plus your marketing. So you are making a massive profit. And this is something we talk about all the time, where I say niche movies are allowed to exist 100%. I wouldn't even call Godzilla really a niche movie necessarily, but it kind of is. You know what I mean? It never was like a global movie in the sense that it made crazy money, but it definitely, I don't know if it was niche, if that makes sense to you guys, but still $78 million on a film that cost $15 million to make, plus your marketing, you are taking home a great amount of money after the cut. So again, they get a cut from this movie, $78 million divided by roughly half, you're still making some damn good money. And they're gonna keep making more eventually as time goes on, especially in the global box office. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. Now, this picture right here with Godzilla chasing the boat, honestly, this picture is all over social media, and it's a badass picture. This picture is just, if you saw this picture, you would want to see the movie. Like, if you saw this happening, I would really want to go see the movie, even if you've never heard about it before. So it says Godzilla Minus One has emerged as the highest grossing Japanese language film globally, outpacing its predecessor, Shin Godzilla. The film's resounding success, amassing a staggering $78 million in worldwide box office earnings, has not only captivated audiences, but also solidified its place in cinematic history. Well, time out real quick. I don't really agree with calling $78 million staggering, okay? Like, it may be staggering for a Godzilla film, but really $78 million is not staggering, right? Like, we've seen so many movies do way more money. Even the Marvels did $100 million more than that. But again, I guess for a Godzilla film, it could be staggering. I just think the choice of words is very strong, and they're trying to make it strong simply because it's Godzilla and it's the accepted movie for the masses. I think we need to be a little more honest here. It's not staggering, but against its budget, it is damn near impressive. It says the journey to this remarkable achievement began in November when Godzilla Minus One debuted in its home country, Japan, where it quickly became a cultural phenomenon, grossing an impressive $33 million. This initial success set the stage for the film's statewide release, where it made history with the biggest opening weekend ever for a live-action Japanese film. As a sixth-budget live-action foreign-language release in North America, the film's triumph extends beyond its cultural roots, surpassing Guillermo del Toro's celebrated work Pan's Labyrinth. Which makes this achievement even more notable is the film's modest production budget of $15 million, which contrasts sharply with the budgets of big Hollywood blockbusters. Now, when we first started talking about Godzilla on Saturday Night Hypnosis on our live stream, one of the things I mentioned is, like, you have to look at this film and you just have to be not only just amazed, but you also have to question, how is it that this film cost $15 million and it looks so much better than a $300 million Marvels movie, like, especially in CGI department? How is that possible, right? You can say cheaper labor, you can say, you know, more stricter work guidelines, whatever the case may be. I think it's just a respect for the art and an overall difference in work ethic, right? Versus the American side of things, which doesn't have the same level of work ethic and also has extremely overpaid actors that are taking a massive amount of the money, especially when you're talking about the Marvels, right? So it's just crazy to me. It's crazy that you can have that big of a variance between two films and one just be infinitely better than the other and cost infinitely less. It's just crazy. Like, they need to learn how to make movies on budgets like this and expect a nice outcome out of it, right? So even if the film only made $100 million, who cares? The film costs $15 million. Add your marketing is $30 million, right? I don't even think it costs that much to market this film. So, but even so, if you want to say say it did, okay, $30 million to market the film, that's still $70 million. And then when you divide that by half, they took home a decent amount of money for their work, and they're still taking home money. So if you're gonna make niche movies like this, you need to have a niche budget. And unfortunately for current day Hollywood, they're creating niche products that they're trying to pass off as AAA products, and that's just not the case at all. And again, that's why the Marvels failed as terribly as it did. It said, directed by the talented Takashi Yamazaki, Godzilla Minus One stands out not only for its box office performance, but also for its critical acclaim. With a certified fresh rating of 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, the film has garnered praise for its thoughtful approach, harking back to the franchise's origins in 1954 as an allegory for nuclear weapons. In the midst of celebrating this monumental success, producer Minami Ichikawa provided insights into Toho's plans for the future of the Godzilla franchise. In an interview with GQ, Ichikawa emphasized a deliberate and thoughtful strategy, stating that we've established a dedicated Godzilla Room division at Toho in 2019. We're collectively considering the future of the Godzilla character. The producer went on to explain that rather than rushing a follow-up to capitalize on the current success, Toho is exploring new avenues to expand the Godzilla universe. This includes considering publications, merchandise, and collaboration products, reflecting a comprehensive and strategic approach to the beloved character. Now, honestly, that is pretty much the smart thing to do, okay? Because that's what DC's problem, right? So DC's problem is that they rushed everything. The moment they saw the MCU take off and the Avengers movie come out, they wanted to come out with the Justice League ASAP without the years of buildup that Marvel took to get to the Avengers film. It's the same thing. They tried to rush to capitalize on the success of another franchise, where in this case, they're going to take their time. Even though they know Godzilla Minus One was a huge hit and they're very happy with it, they're still going to take their time. They're going to sit down, relax, and they're going to figure out how they're going to make the Godzilla name that much better. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you should be doing it. And I don't know why, again, the American side of things just love to get embarrassed by Japan. Japan just entertainment-wise completely embarrasses American side through and through. It's really just sad to see everything go down. It says, while the immediate future of Godzilla on the big screen may not involve a rushed live-action installment, the Hollywood licensed version Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is on the horizon. The continuation of the MonsterVerse, which began in 2014's Godzilla, promises a fresh perspective with a blend of fantasy and sci-fi elements. This upcoming sequel adds an exciting chapter to the Godzilla saga, providing fans with another cinematic spectacle. As Godzilla Minus One continues to dominate the global box office, its success not only speaks to the enduring legacy of the iconic monster, but also sets the stage for the next evolution of Godzilla on the silver screen. The franchise's ability to resonate with audiences across borders and generations reaffirm its status as a cinematic giant, with each involvement leaving an indelible mark on the history of film. That is very well said. And again, Godzilla deserves it, okay? Godzilla was a great film. No ideology in it whatsoever. Just tried to entertain you and stuck to what it was good at, right? That's essentially what you should do when you're making a movie based on a known IP. Godzilla did what Godzilla always does, and Godzilla was rewarded with the fans' money. It's amazing what happens when you give the fans what they want. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.